going back to you just talking about feeling the emotion, like I think that's so important to begin with, and I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, I really do think like there's even too in like those mistakes that we make, there's an opportunity to just like connect and be human again. You know what I mean? Like even that guy reaching out to you and be like, man, I'm so sorry. Like he's just expressing he's human. We all make mistakes. And I love the notion of, what did you say? It was a free mistake.
Yeah.
And like we're all human. We all fuck up. And sorry, I keep swearing. I hope that's okay.
No. Yeah, you can say whatever you like.
Okay. And it I don't know, I just find that often, like even we hear about people's mistakes, you think about the most successful people, we always want to digest what was their mistake so we don't make them and things like that, and there's just so much value in learning about them.
I read Mastery by Robert Greene lately, and something that I
on
really
my list.
Is it? It's really It's very good.
Yeah.
Something that I liked was just the exploration of the development of the people that he covers, because it's essentially a biographical / psychological book where he follows people that have made huge leaps and bounds of success and attained mastery. Mm-hmm. And then he looks at these individuals and compiles the commonalities between their stories. And something common between them is this consistent up and down. And there's always failure involved. And none of these people have shot to the top of success without any vicissitude or negative experiences in their lives. It's normally actually rife with negative experiences, and those are the things that actually drive them. And a lot of the acquisition of mastery is predicated on one's ability to experience negativity in their lives and experience hell in some sense. You hit your rock bottom and then you get back up and do the exact same thing over and over again. Or not the exact same thing, but you learn from it.
That's insanity, but yes.
Right. Yes.
No, I completely agree. And like, that's the whole idea, I guess, of like meditation, is just like sitting in that discomfort and just, you know, and maybe not attaching labels to it. Easier said than done. But yeah, like life isn't always easy breezy. And that's something I think for myself too, that I'm trying to suss out of, just like, there's always going to be problems. And so it's not a matter of like overcoming, oh, once I get this problem, I'll be fine. Once I overcome this problem, it's learning how to like navigate those problems. And also too, like, I find that success is interpreted, like how you define success is going to might be completely different than how I define success. So I don't think that there's one specific way, but in past conversations I've had on my podcast or in my life, I've had conversations with people that I view as very successful. And I often find that hearing about their success story is that what I've learned is there's no such thing as an overnight success, you know, and you see these people and like their business is kicking off. And I just interviewed these people that own this like clothing company called Stacks. And they were like, yeah, we're growing insane amounts at the moment. But he was like, it took me 8 years to get here. I was $80,000 in debt before I got to this point, you know, but I had been looking at them. I'd been following them for like 2 to 3 years now. And I was like, yeah, you guys just like totally kicked off easy breezy. But it's so interesting to peel back the layers and see that like, nah, it wasn't that simple, you know?
I listened to that episode. I really liked how open and honest he was about the difficulties that he found in starting the business. And I think that that's something I think it helps people a lot to know that they're not alone. Mm-hmm. And a part of that being, like you said, nobody's an overnight success. And so to hear about people struggling, whether that be economically or in terms of mental health, I think that's something that's very cool about a lot of athletes sharing their experiences with mental health, is that younger people are able to go, oh, this is kind of normal. I'm not totally alone in this. Like when I was quite young, I went through this big bout of depression and just had absolutely no idea what it was. And in that way, I don't think I was able to get out of it for a really long time, because I just had no idea. I just didn't know what was really going on. It was just that I was super tired all the time. And I thought I was just growing, which eventually I did, but
I think I couldn't agree more with you. Like just having a vocabulary for things, or just having someone else express it, or you express something and someone else saying like, yeah, I get it, that is a human experience. But even that in itself is so healing, I find, you know. I totally agree. That was me with attachment styles. Once I had like once I had the vocabulary for how I was feeling, I was like, okay, there isn't something wrong with me. I mean, there's areas for me to improve and grow and heal, but I'm not insane, or like I just couldn't figure out why I was feeling these ways, if that makes sense. So